Well, hey there everybody. I've been working on my squirrel baler over the weekend. It was a rainy weekend, so I figured, well, I just can't do nothing else, so I just came over here, kind of worked on my squirrel baler. Of course, today is Monday, but it turned out to be a pretty nice day. The sun came out and it got up to 72 degrees, and after that rain we had, and the sun came out today, seemed like everything kind of greened up and looking pretty nice now. But anyways, came over here and took off some of my bands. I got so far I got 4 bands here that need to be replaced. This one, it's pretty bad shape, as you can see. It's been rubbing, look like, and then this one here, it definitely been rubbing. It's really bad shape. And then same with those 2 there. And then this one here, it hasn't been rubbing. Not really that bad shape. It's just bent right there. So I think I can probably straighten that up and reuse it. And them 2 there are still pretty good. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and just pull all the bands off, and I'm just going to check everything, make sure everything's good, and see how many teeth I got to replace. And like this one here, it's broke off on both of them, and then this one here, it's bent, and then this one's bent, and just going to pull them all off, just kind of double check everything, see how everything is, and see what kind of shape the roller bars are in. Which, whenever I bought this thing last September, and of course, long story short, I looked at it, and of course I got, got it for a pretty cheap price. So I guess either it'll work out pretty good and be a good baler, or I buy a piece of junk. Won't find out until this hay season or this summer. And also, whenever I did buy it, I got it home and greased it up and oiled and chains and everything on it, and hooked it up to the tractor, and everything seemed to be running in pretty good shape. Of course, the first thing I did check when I did go look at it was I checked to see if it was in time, and it's in time, which is a plus. But like I said, the guy didn't really know much about it. It did sit outside for about a year or 2, the way he told me, and he said that he bought it thinking that he was going to get a lot of use out of it, and never did use it, and he told me that he didn't know much about it, from the guy that he bought off of, that used it and all that. But I'm hoping that we get to use it. And of course, I don't know much about squirrel balers. We did used to have an old Massey Ferguson squirrel baler. I can't remember what size it was. I don't know if it was like a 124 or something like that. I can't remember. We were still milking cows when Grandpa talked himself into getting rid of it, and then we was out in the ball of the neighbor's squirrel baler, and then after that he got tired of doing that, and then he just started buying squirrel bells whenever we need it, or need squirrel bells. And I just happened to come across this one and figured I can probably fix it up a little bit. If it does pretty good, I'll keep it and bell squirrel bells for whenever we do need them. I don't plan on doing a whole lot, just bell enough just for when we need it. But if it don't work, then I guess I'm either SOL or sell it or whatever. If it don't work, maybe I can sell it for parts or whatever. Otherwise, it's not the prettiest thing there is, but like I said, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Who knows? But yeah, I'm just kind of going through, and then of course them fingers there, whenever I bought the thing, the guy that I bought off of, he said that the guy that he bought off of had replaced some parts on it before he quit using it. And of course it's got a new brake on the backside there, which you can tell it's being used, but I mean it's almost fairly new. And he does have some, I don't know what you really call them, I call them fingers. But of course that one right there is broke, or the tip of it's broke. And he said there were some new ones in the twine box. So I got some new of them, so that way, maybe I can replace that one. And, trying to see what else. Just kind of been, I ain't no really big hurry on it. I was going to pull it out and take it over to the house and work on it. Probably about middle of May. And I just, since it was raining, not much to do, I was just going to, I just came over here, just kind of started working on it. I kind of got I was just kind of curious. I had an old box of some old used teeth that came off of our New Holland 688 round baler. And I was just kind of curious if they were the same thing as the teeth that's on this thing. And of course I'm not going to use the used teeth. That'd be pointless in that. But I was just kind of got to look, and they're the exact same thing that's on the on this baler. And so if I ever get in a bind, or ever need any, Grandpa said I can use some of his, but I'm just gonna go down to our local New Holland dealership and get some. Me and him was down there here a while back, and while he was getting some stuff for the Ford tractor, and while I was down there, I just got a price on the teeth, and I forgot what the price was, but the guy had wrote down the part number. And so that way next time I go down there, I can just take that part number down there and show them, and they know what, they can look it up pretty quick, and I can get them. And figured that was back during the beginning of the winter sometime. But and then of course I didn't get a price on the bands. I didn't think about the bands at the time, and so maybe I can get some new bands. And of course, like I said, and these four are bad, and I think I got this one here is going to be replaced, needs to be replaced, and all the others, and maybe this one here probably needs to be replaced. But all the others look pretty good, so I can just reuse them and just replace the teeth and some of the bands, and then get some twine for it, and maybe it'd be good to go this summer, and hopefully it works. Like I said, whenever I got it home, greased it up and everything, everything seemed to be working on it. Everything was running pretty good, but we'll find out once I start putting some hay through it. Either every bell will blow up or what. Just like I said, just I ain't really no big hurry of that, and I really don't want to dump a whole lot of money into the thing and the thing not work, and then if it does work, then I can put a little bit more money into it. But right now, all I'm really worried about is replacing the teeth and the bands, and like I said, I'm going to take the bands off, the rest of them all off, and just check everything, make sure I don't have no rollers or anything out in it, and which all the bars seem to be pretty tight, and which is good. And it's a New Holland 320, and spare New Holland. And if it does end up working out pretty good and stuff, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to see if I can't find the panel for, oops, stepped on my stuff here, clumsy me. I'm going to try to find a panel for this side, and then plus there's a panel on the other side that's missing, and try to find them if it does work. And Oh, what else? There's really not a whole lot. For some weird reason, there's a hole that whenever I bought this off of the guy, he said he couldn't figure out why the guy had cut a hole on top of it. And I thought, I don't know either. Well, I got it home, and whenever I got to greasing up the chains and stuff, I kind of figured out why. Or oiling up the chains, not greasing them up. I just used oil, motor oil, to oil the chains up and figure out why that hole's got there. I guess they must have cut it out for the oil the chain, make it easier to oil the chain on it. Of course, I don't like this little piece. You know, next time I go to the house, I'm going to cut that off. I don't know what the heck they cut it with, but, you know, apparently they done a one heck of a hack job. But I guess they cut it out and used it to oil the chain up. But if it does work out, I'm going to try to, you know, straighten that up some and think about what I'm going to do. Like I said, if it does work, I'm going to try to take me a piece of plate and a couple of little hinges, you know, some type of little hinges, you know, something like this, or any kind of little hinges that I can tack weld on there, or weld on there, and then try to make me like a little latch, you know, put on it, so that way, you know, whenever I got to oil the chain up, you know, I can just open it up and oil it, so that way I don't have no ugly hole there. And of course I'm missing a screw on that top piece, but otherwise more about the round balers than I do this. And like I said, my grandpa knows more about them. And otherwise it's not that bad of a shape as what it looks like, but hopefully it works out this year. And of course, you know, at the middle of May, I'll probably end up getting the parts for it and stuff, or whenever I get the chance. It probably won't. It'll probably be sooner than the middle of May. It'll probably be next week or week, depending on. I figured this would be a rainy day project, pretty much, and get everything replaced on it and get it going. Or get it to where they'll pick up the hay and stuff, but trying to think what else. But otherwise, you know, if it works out, or works like it, hopefully it does. So it'll be I'll keep it. But if it don't, then like I said, I'm SOL on that. You know, but then of course, plus side, I didn't really spend a whole lot of money on it either, and you know, I can probably just sell the thing, you know, either sell it for parts or whatever. I always hear people around in this area, you know, that's always, you know, looking for, you know, it's got an old square baler like this that they're wanting to buy in their old square baler that they're needing for parts. And so, of course, you know, one of these days it'd be nice to have one of them inline square balers, but that's kind of out of my budget. But otherwise, it would be nice to have a hydraulic, you know, pickup head on it. But oh well, you can wish in one hand and, you know, and the other hand, and, you know, see what fills up faster. But I guess that's it. I've been on here for almost 15 minutes. I'm yakking on long enough. I'll see y'all later, or talk to y'all later. Hope y'all have a good one. But thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See y'all later.